if you are not sure you are creative, if you want to work in the creative industry but you are still doubting whether you've got it, or if you already do creative work but secretly feel like an imposter, this one is for you. I'm Puxhe, and welcome to Unicracy. This is where we break down what creativity really is today, how to think it, build it, and apply it with purpose. Today's topic is personal for a lot of people because too many creatives still believe that creativity is something you either have or you don't, that it's talent, that it's instinct, that it's something magical you have. But let me say this clearly, that story is false. Creativity is not a spark, it's a skill, and like any real skill, it can be learned, strengthened, and mastered. So if you want to work in design, strategy, content, or any creative field, your success is not going to depend on how inspired you feel. It's going to depend on how you think, on how you train, on how you build your process. So let's get into it. Professional creatives are not always inspired. They do not rely on mood. They rely on structure. Behind every strong idea, there is a clear process. You explore, you define, you build, you test, you deliver. That structure gives you direction, even when the brief is unclear or the pressure is too high. Right now, creativity is evolving. AI and automation are changing how we generate, refine, and share ideas. What used to take hours now takes seconds. You can generate dozens of versions with a single prompt. But that doesn't mean creativity is disappearing. It means the creative process is shifting. And that shift is exactly why this is the best possible moment to learn how to be creative. To understand how ideas are shaped, how meaning is built, how relevance is created. This isn't just about what you make, it's about how you think. If you want to go deeper on this, check out my previous video on next-gen creativity. It goes deeper into how the creative process must evolve and why that matters now more than ever. So now let's talk about inputs. Creativity doesn't start with a blank mind. It starts with what you absorb. Your brain works by connecting ideas. So if you are only feeding it with the same design trends, recycled content, and AI outputs, what do you expect to create? And that's the new challenge. With AI in your workflow, it's easy to rely on fast results. But those results come from the same data, the same patterns, the same logic everyone else is using. If you want to create something different, you need different inputs. That means real-world experiences, cross-disciplinary knowledge, emotional intelligence, cultural awareness. Basically, the stuff AI can't replicate. Because creativity is not about accepting what the tools gives you. It's about transforming it, making it yours. Let's go even deeper. There is a technique that unlocks originality. It's called associative thinking. It's how you take unrelated concepts, ideas, and connect them into something meaningful. You have seen it in brand storytelling, metaphors, product design. This is not a trick, it's a method. You can train this. Pick a random object or idea, then connect it to something completely unrelated. For example, nature, behavior, technology, memory. Then push that connection until it clicks. This is how you break away from predictable. You are not inventing something from nothing. You are combining what others would never think to combine. Now, let's talk about fluency. Fluency is the ability to come out with many ideas quickly. It's creative speed without judgment. It keeps you in motion and increases your chances of landing on something valuable. Here is the challenge. Set a timer for, let's say, 10 minutes. Choose a random object. Now come up with 10 completely different ways to connect that object to another topic. No overthinking, no filtering, just go. This trains your mental flexibility. It's not warm-up. It's how professionals stay sharp under pressure. And here is the thing. Even with all of this, most creatives still feel blocked. Why? Because they try to do everything at once. They jump between exploring and executing. They decide without framing. They mix ideation with judgment. That's why structure matters. I teach this to design students all the time. When they follow a defined process, they work smarter and faster. Not because they are more talented, but because they are thinking clearly. Each stage has its own mindset. And if you want your work to land, you need to think in phases. That's how you stay consistent without losing your originality. Now, let me leave you with this. If you have ever felt like you are not creative enough, you are not alone. But that belief is outdated. Creativity is not a personality trait, it's not a spark, it's not a mood, it's a system. And that system starts with a decision. You decide to think differently. You decide to observe instead of scroll. You decide whether to accept the first AI output or to build on it. You decide to practice. You decide to show up. And over time, those decisions build the system that helps you create. If that resonates and you want more insight into how to build real creativity, not just content or aesthetics, subscribe for free to Unicracy. And if you want to go deeper with exclusive content that helps you sharpen your thinking and stand out in a world of sameness, join the premium membership. Join the Alliance of Creatives. See you in the next video.